Why not listen to the Martin May podcast? Why not you? Why not me? Why not be greater? Why not listen to the Martin May podcast? Why not you? Why not me? Why not be greater?
All right. We're here again for another Mark May podcast, or what I like to call the Why Not podcast, because we're no longer thinking why, but thinking why not? Why not me? Why not be greater than I was before? And this is episode 10, and I'm so happy to say that because that means I'm truly committed to this. I'm truly making it through, and I'm going to keep on going as long as you guys keep on listening. And I pray that this is being some type of blessing to you that has uplifted you, encouraged you in some type of way or fashion. But today, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the actual topic. I want to talk about your worth. Your worth. You have to know your worth. And the first thing about your worth, you got to know that you're priceless. Your dreams are priceless. Your goals, your aspirations, your admiration is priceless. You may never be able to get what you're truly worth, but you have to know your worth and you have to live it. Meaning you have to supply your best at all times. No matter what you're doing, where you're doing it at, who you're doing it for, you have to give your best. Even if the situation isn't always the best, you give your best. You be professional. You give everything you have to it, because this is something that you love to do. This is something that you want to push forward in. This is something you want to achieve great things in. So you have to show your worth before you ever really get anything close to your worth. But also understand this. You have to know when it's not worth your time. I know they say that the customer is always right. Well, that's not always true. There are some situations and some customers that are not truly worth your time. And you have to learn when it's time to walk away. You have to know when it's time to not waste your time. Because the one thing in life that we have that we'll never be able to get back is time. You'll never have enough time. No matter how long you live, no matter how early in advance you start, you'll never have enough time to get everything done. No matter what you do in life, time should never be something that you waste. So you have to work with discernment. You have to understand situations that aren't worth your time. You have to understand situations that aren't going to benefit you in the long run. Don't just take something because it's offered to you. Just because it's offered to you doesn't mean it's for you. There are situations that are going to be hard. There are times that situations aren't always going to be ideal. But if you worked it out and understand the end result is worth the time that you're putting in, you should go forth with that. You should deal with certain tribulations and troubles, because those things are going to come anyway. Those things are going to come anyway. But you have to understand when something is trouble for trouble's sake. And we can't just throw ourselves into things just because it's given to us. Every gift ain't a good gift. Even on Christmas, there's a lot of people who take back gifts because it's not for them. You have to understand when something is for you and when it's not. You'll never get your worth if you keep on taking people's worst. If people don't value you and they don't value your time, they don't value your skill, they don't value your service, they're giving you their worst. I want you to understand that truthfully. You'll never get your worth if you keep on taking other people's worst. Don't just take it just to take it. Don't just take it because it's offered. You have to realize if it's for you and if it's going to be a benefit for you in the long run. I hope this guys help you in some way, form, or fashion. Thank you again for listening. Subscribe, follow, like, share, comment, do all of that. Thank you again for listening to the Mark May podcast.
Why not listen to the Martin May podcast? Why not you? Why not me? Why not be greater? Why not listen to the Martin May podcast? Why not you? Why not me? Why not be